Hello, everyone. My name is Don Miller, and I'm a lecturer in Greek history and admissions tutor for classics and ancient history here at Newcastle. Welcome. It's great that you're here for our virtual open day. In the next few minutes, I'm going to tell you a little bit about classics and ancient history at Newcastle, our research culture, our teaching culture, and how you're going to learn. I'll discuss our 4-degree programs, student life, further opportunities that are available to you outside of the lecture hall, also how we will support you while you're here, and finally, talk a little bit about how to apply to Newcastle. So let's get started with classics and ancient history at Newcastle and what's distinctive about us. First is that we're a friendly and open community. This is the Northeast after all, so what would you expect? Everything that we do is student-focused and helping our students to get the most out of their degrees. Our facilities have been expanded and renovated in recent years and include, for example, a reading room, computer clusters, and dedicated social studies space for students. In addition, we have a hands-on learning environment with the Great North Museum, which is just a short walk away from the Armstrong building where we're based, where you'll be able to get a chance to actually handle and view objects from the ancient world. Finally, we offer a very wide interdisciplinary expertise, with academic staff teaching and researching on topics covering the breadth of the ancient Mediterranean world. Our academic staff have wide-ranging expertise and a distinctive identity as a community of researchers. We form one of 3 sections in the School of History, Classics, and Archaeology. Collaboration takes place not only in the Classics section, but also across the school, not only in terms of research, but also in teaching. We have a research seminar which takes place on a weekly basis, in which both staff and invited speakers from other UK and international institutions present papers on their current research. In addition, staff regularly organize national and international conferences and workshops on a wide variety of topics. Students are always welcome and encouraged to attend these events and to experience research in action. Our teaching culture is very strongly research-led. We introduce students to research even from a very early stage. The overwhelming majority of our staff are fellows or senior fellows of advanced higher education, which is a professional membership scheme which provides national and international recognition of professional practice in higher education. At stages 1 and 2, a number of our modules are team-taught. This applies both to classics and ancient history and also to school-wide modules, which staff in history and archaeology also contribute to. This offers students the chance both to focus on questions that concern core issues in classics and ancient history, as well as addressing questions in the broader context of history and archaeology that our colleagues in the school are working on. There's also collaboration between senior and junior staff at all levels of teaching. This means, for example, that modules such as beginner's Greek and Latin are often taught by professors, in addition to lecturers and senior lecturers. And the quality and provision of our teaching has been nationally acknowledged through the Teaching Excellence Framework, known as the TEF. Here are a few details about how you will learn. There are 11 teaching weeks in semester 1 and 11 teaching weeks in semester 2. Each module you take has 33 contact hours. As students take 3 modules per semester, this means that you'll have 9 contact hours per week. In each contact hour, you'll be interacting with your lecturer in a teaching setting, of which there are various types. This may be a large group setting, like a lecture, or in a smaller group setting, like a seminar. In addition, teaching is also delivered via workshops, object handling sessions in the Great North Museum, and there are even film screenings for one of our modules focused on the representation of the ancient world in modern film. We also offer a wide range of assessment types. This includes more traditional forms of assessment, such as essays, exams, and commentaries in ancient texts, but also more innovative forms such as posters and podcasts. As we guide you on your educational journey, you'll also receive detailed feedback, both formal and informal, to help improve your work and prepare you for each stage of your degree. We're very aware that students have different learning styles and try very hard to address these in the way we deliver our teaching to create a more inclusive environment. Next, I want to talk about the wide range of skills that you'll develop during the course of your degree, which will prepare you for your future, whether that future involves further study or graduate employment. The skills that you acquire will not only help you in your degree, they're also transferable and can be applied to a wide variety of careers. These include things such as handling primary sources, identifying the strengths and limitations of different types of literary evidence. Another key skill is communication. You'll develop this both through seminar discussions and through your written work. Analysis and interpretation are very important when working with texts or objects from the ancient world. Creativity and adaptability, also important for some of the activities that you'll be participating in. And self-management and autonomy are also key, as you're the one ultimately responsible for ensuring that you manage your time and complete the reading and assignments for your modules. These skills combined provide a strong foundation for the wide range of career opportunities available to you. And listed here are just a few of the careers that our students have gone into after finishing their degree: education, publishing, museum work, consulting, law, bank, even marketing and sales. In addition, each year a number of our students also go on to do postgraduate degrees in various subjects. Now I'm going to provide you with an overview of our 4 degree programs, starting with ancient history. To begin with, I would like to highlight that our 4 degree programs in general are broad and offer a great deal of flexibility in terms of the wide range of modules you have to choose from. That being said, each degree has its own distinctive identity that separates it from the others. The ancient history degree focuses primarily on ancient politics, society, culture, warfare, economy, and the law, starting from the late Bronze Age, which is roughly about 1500 BC or so, down to the fall of the Roman Empire in the 5th century AD. And you can see listed here some of the core or key topics and themes that are covered. Some of the distinctive features of this degree are the diverse and unusual range of module options, which includes a Stage 1 module titled Global Histories, which looks beyond Greece and Rome and investigates a range of global histories in the period before AD 500. There's also the option to study Greek or Latin at any stage of your degree, as well as select modules in history and archaeology. Classics is the degree program for those who want to study ancient languages. Core topics include Greco-Roman poetry and prose. There's a good deal of focus on literary analysis, interpretation and composition, linguistics, as well as translation theory and practice. One of the most distinctive features of our classics degree is that no prior knowledge or study of Greek or Latin is required. You can start with beginner's Greek or Latin. Alternatively, if you've studied these languages, you can take a placement test so that we can place you in the appropriate module for your language ability. You can also take modules in historical aspects of texts, archaeological aspects of texts, but the focus is really on the languages, understanding them, interpreting them, and considering how they fit within their larger context. Related to this is the Classical Studies degree. This degree focuses on ancient literature, culture, and society from Homeric era Greece. So think about the heroes that you find in Homer's Iliad and Odyssey, written around, late 8th century BC, down to modern receptions of the ancient world. All of the ancient texts that are studied in translation. So you're not required to study Greek or Latin, though there is the option to do this if you want to. This includes texts on poetry, tragedy, comedy, rhetoric, and oratory, but also philosophy and medicine, and the reception of these texts. Again, there's the option to also take modules in ancient history, and archaeology. One of the really distinctive features of this degree is the flexibility in regards to module choice. There are only a few compulsory modules for this degree, which means that you have a very wide range of optional choices from which to choose, which gives you a lot of freedom to select the modules that are of most interest to you and to really kind of shape your degree. Finally, there is the Classical Studies and English degree. This is taught jointly by staff in the Classics section and the School of English Literature. This degree focuses on classical and modern literatures and cultures and their interplay across the development of the Western civilization. All ancient texts are taught in translation, though there is the option to study Greek or Latin if you wish. You'll examine how ancient literature, certain motifs, Persons and characters from ancient literature, for instance, live on in English literature, and you can study all the aspects of the interaction of these two periods and languages. Hopefully that provides you with a brief overview of our 4-degree programs. If you would like more detailed information, please go to the Classics in Ancient History website, where you will also find a list of all of the modules that are available. Next, I want to talk about student life here at Newcastle. We have a really vibrant student culture in our school. The Classics Society in particular is very active and organizes regular socials, for example, quiz nights, as well as trips abroad to places like Rome and Athens, and other places in Italy and Greece. This society is run and organized entirely by students. They also have an annual Christmas ball, in addition to fundraising activities such as their very popular Toga Social, and for the past 2 years running, they've even put on Greek plays with the help of Classics staff. In addition to the Classics Society, there are over 190 student societies in Newcastle, ranging from the Baking Society to the Comedy Society to the Swing Dance Society. So there's really a society for everyone. Dr. Susanna Filippo, a senior lecturer in classics, runs regular trips on weekends to different classical and historical sites in Northumbria, including places like the world-famous Hadrian's Wall, which you can see in the picture on the right, which we're very fortunate to have on our doorstep, and also other Roman sites, castles, manor houses, and halls. And if you look at these photos, the one on the left is members of the Classics Society and a trip that they took to Athens a couple of years ago. And on the right is a photo of some members of the Classics Society playing football. Again, to kind of give you an indication of some of the activities and things that students participate in. In addition to the regular programs we offer, there are many other opportunities available to you at Newcastle. One is study abroad. We have connections with not only a number of European universities, but also universities further abroad, such as in the US and Australia. You can either spend a semester or a year abroad, typically during your second year. The university is currently reviewing its international study placements in light of the current circumstances. So unfortunately, I can't provide you with any more details than this, but if you want to find more updated information, or information as it is updated, you can check the section Study Abroad on the university website. The university also has a work placement scheme which offers a great opportunity after your second year to obtain experience of employment. You can find these placements either yourself or you can use the University Career Service to help you find one, and it's a really great way to gain work experience and also to enhance your CV and make you stand out from your peers once you graduate. We have a robust network of support here in place to support you throughout your studies. You'll be assigned a personal tutor who's a member of academic staff who can help you with any questions you might have regarding your studies, any kind of guidance. If they don't have the answer, they can always point you into the direction of someone or an organization that can help you. Every first-year student is assigned a peer mentor, which is a student in stage 2 or stage 3, who can kind of walk you through the steps, walk you through the paces, and answer any questions that you might have during your first year about degree or any aspect of student life. Student Health and Wellbeing Service, we have an advice center. Student Union has a welfare officer available to students. Writing Development Center and the Robinson Library, if you want to improve your writing skills. They even offer tutorials, one-on-one sessions, and group sessions. And at the moment, they're actually doing these via Zoom, online. We also have a career service and also support for alumni once students graduate. Finally, just a quick word about applying to Newcastle. Our usual entry requirements are AAB or ABB or the equivalent if you're doing another degree, for example, another qualification such as Scottish Highers. If you're doing an EPQ, that's great and something that we take into account when making an offer. So please let us know if you're doing this. And we also make tailored contextual offers. I just want to end by giving you 3 tips for writing a personal statement. First of all, make it personal. Tell us who you are. Why do you want to study classics and ancient history? How did you first encounter the ancient world, and what fascinates you? What about the ancient world fascinates you? Second, where do you want your studies to take you? What subjects are you most interested in studying, And what kinds of skills do you hope to gain? You may also want to discuss what you want to do with your degree, though some students don't know what that is before they start. Third, what kinds of skills have you already developed and that you can bring with you? These could be things that you're involved in terms of extracurricular activities, things you've learned at school, or even skills that you gained as a result of, volunteering. So thank you for taking the time to watch this overview of classics and ancient history at Newcastle. If you have any further questions about anything presented here, the admissions process, or our degrees, you're very welcome to email me at don.miller@newcastle.ac.uk. I look forward to welcoming you to Newcastle in the near future. Thank you.